Alright guys, here is a really easy skull Halloween makeup tutorial for you all. I'm going to start off with my glue stick and I'm putting that all over my brows to cover them and just push them down. Then on top of that, I am going to go in with my Loreal Infallible foundation. You can use any foundation and just press that on once the glue dries. I'm being very messy with this because I am going to go in and cover it up anyway. So you can be very quick and very messy. Next, I'm going to go in with the Nye Clown White face paint and I'm putting that all over my face. Now, I do want to mention that I'm not, going crazy with this product. I'm just putting enough to give me that white ghosty look, but I still want my natural skin to show through. So you guys can see what I'm doing here, and I'm going to cover every part of my skin that's going to be visible. So my neck, my ears, all that has to be covered with the white face paint. To start to outline my face, I'm going to use two different liners. I'm starting off with the MAC liquid liner, and then as you guys will see, I switch on to the Jessie's Girl liquid liner because that guy is a little bit more precise than my MAC liner. So you guys can see for yourself. I'm not really going to try to explain what I'm doing. You guys can really see what I'm doing, but I'm basically just sketching out and outlining all the areas that I'm going to go ahead and fill in later on. So my eyes, the nose or the lack of the nose, the teeth, all of that I'm just outlining because I find that this is the easiest way to perfect your skull. I'm gonna let you guys just watch the areas that I outlined. I really do want to emphasize how important it is to have a reference photo in front of you guys to follow. Don't get too confused with too many pictures. Just find one that you really like online somewhere and just follow that as best as you can. So this is all the areas that I outlined on my face, and of course I'm going to go in and actually start filling these in with a black liner. I actually already started to do that, but I just wanted to show you guys an overview of the outlines. So now moving on to the actual filling in. My favorite item to use to fill in is the Blacktrack Fluidline gel liner from MAC. I absolutely love this liner, and mine was actually getting really dry, so I thought it was perfect to use for this tutorial because it's so dark and so long lasting, so it does not move. But if you don't have a gel liner on hand, you can go to your local Halloween store and just buy black paint. Just make sure it's waterproof so your makeup doesn't move throughout the night. Anyway, I'm just going in and filling in all the spots that I outlined earlier. And then I'm going to go in and use a black liner in my waterline to really make my eyes look super intense. And now comes the kind of annoying part, but it just is tedious. But once you get the hang of it, it's actually quite simple. I'm going to start to shade my face. So what I'm doing here is outlining outside of all the areas that I've already filled in. So it's really hard for me to explain. Just really watch what I'm doing. And all I'm using is a small synthetic shader brush, and that's all I use to shade my entire face. I also actually use my fingers because I feel like that works best. Like I said, this is just a tedious, long process, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually not bad at all. So I'm gonna let you guys just watch. I really love shading in the teeth because I really feel like that just takes this look to another level. So that's the one area I spent a lot of time. Now, I just want to take a quick moment and say to not give up on your skull makeup. It can get a little bit discouraging in the very beginning when it doesn't really look like much and you just want to give up, but I promise you it just gets better with each step. The more details you add, the cooler it looks. And the best part about this makeup is that it does not have to be perfect. I made a lot of mistakes on my skull, but it doesn't really matter because I still think that it looks pretty good. So just don't be discouraged and just keep going even when you want to give up. It almost sounds like I'm giving like a life lesson, but this is just skull makeup. So now for my ears and my neck, I was really messy and I didn't do a good job. But if I was going out, I would spend a lot more time, and really making this very detailed. But for my ears, I just took my liquid liner and just went to town. For my neck, I just took my gel liner and swept it back to create that really cool, you know, bony effect there, and then just filled it in with a ton of black liner. And this is the final skull makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great Halloween. Bye!
Where are you now that I need you?